And this is the quiet year, and I'm happy and having a good time. Let me see if I can get my friends to be able to talk here, because, there's just a lot of different settings that you got.
We gotta get you a stream deck or something, buddy. We gotta get you a stream deck. Just simple, like, colorful buttons. Hi. Hey, everybody. We gotta get Austin a stream deck. DnDB merch.
Look,
I think Austin is perfect the way he is.
Absolutely.
A beautiful soul.
Yeah.
But let's all pitch in and buy some merch and stuff like that, so y'all get some cool shit, and we can pitch in and get Austin a stream deck, so it's so much easier for him.
So we can get him a neon sign for behind him that says, "Hi, I'm Austin."
Fucking rad. Let's skip the stream deck and get the sign.
I realize I should probably say something so I can hear my own voice. So this is it.
You did it.
You did it.
Huzzah.
Now we just wait for the delay.
You're beautiful.
We're good.
We're playing the quiet year today, and I hope that you guys love it. Alex, do you want to do that one thing?
For a long time, we, the Ketrans, were at war. The game of war. Now, finally, we're left with this. A year of relative peace. One quiet year with which to build our community up and learn how to work together. Come winter, the Capasans will arrive, and we might not survive that encounter. This is when the game will end, but we don't know about that yet. What we know right now, in this moment, is that there is an opportunity to build something.
That's so fucking sick.
I get it.
You get it?
I get it.
Oh.
Did you get it?
So, what are we doing, Alex? We're playing the quiet year.
We are playing the quiet year. And I will go through just a quick idea of what we're doing here for anybody that didn't see our prior quiet year stream. So the quiet year is a game where we work together to build a map. Generally, it's used to build a map that you can then play another game in, like D&D. Like, you see where I'm going with this? Like, we do that. We could make a map. It's cool, right? But we are playing as Ketrans, which, if you've read Animorphs, you might know is a species. And I'm gonna dance around that because I just realized Q's in the room. Dun dun dun. Swerving out of that, let's get to rules. So what we're gonna do is we're all going to decide together what sort of resources we're gonna add, and we're gonna pick one of them to be in abundance, the rest are in scarcities. And then throughout the game, we're going to draw on this map and destroy all of those initial things that we set up and introduce new issues and problems and make choices. And we can do things like discover something new or have a discussion, or what else can we do? We can start a project and then build it. And so we're gonna do that to create an alien world together that may or may not get destroyed at the end of this. We don't know. And if it doesn't get destroyed, it may or may not appear again. We don't know. Well, Austin does, but the rest of us don't know. So that's what we're doing today.
And
Amazing.
You guys might notice that we're down a Zach. Or a Nate, whatever you want to call it, but
whatever his name is.
he had some stuff to do today, so we decided let's play the quiet year and have some fun.
He was like, he's at a team building event for leadership. So he's like, I'm gonna suddenly take this extremely seriously, changing my character midstream.
Yes.
We had to send him back for mid-season consideration.
No, we did not.
I fully considered him.
No. We
And I
just wanted to
consider
make
him
some
a friend.
good, fun stuff for Nate to watch later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he is as much a fan of us as we are of him.
Hi,
No,
Nate.
I'm a much bigger fan of his. Absolutely.
That's
Listen,
fair. It's fair.
have you seen his splinter smithing? The smiths that he splinters?
He gets him.
I think
Can't
you
get
got
enough of
that
it.
backwards.
Nope.
No, Splinter Smith is right.
No,
Smith's the splinter.
That's not what I meant. Okay.
Smith or Splint? What's wrong with you, Corey?
Yeah, come
That's-
on, Cory. Who's the Splinter Smith?
A
That sounds like
blacksmith.
a Hogwarts thing.
They called him a smith. They call blacksmith Smith.
There goes Peter, there goes Miles.
Splinter.
He's at the wall just like Spider-Man.
Austin, I just caught your joke. That was funny.
Yeah.
That's good.
Them spider
Anyways.
cats are going at it. I
They
like it.
are.
They're rambunctious boys.
Yeah.
They are.
They're in the multiverse. They're trying to get back.
Yeah.
Just
That's
like
what
us.
All the purple light is.
I didn't know the
through the multiverse.
Nope, none of those words came out right. All right.
I didn't know the Pokeverse made
The Pokeverse, huh?
the Pokeverse.
Yeah.
Pika Pika.
Coming soon.
Pika Pika. All right, my dearest friends. We are going to go ahead and decide on our resources. And because I am the way that I am, I'm going to read your voices just in the way that you're already set up on the screen instead of doing a fun way to decide who's going to go first. Because then I'll have to keep track of it, and I'm an idiot, so we're not going to do that. Which means, Cory, who's mocking me, what would you like to introduce?
Oh no, I didn't.
Now you're on the spot, Beach.
Yeah, I am.
Oh no, what's with this chiller font?
I would like to introduce Lorem Ipsum.
Hang on.
What is happening?
What
are we doing here?
Don't delete it. Lorem Ipsum.
Do you not know what Lorem Ipsum is?
I do now. It's a
Just
font.
a font.
What?
It's not a font. This is chiller font. Lorem Ipsum is the what you use when you need a font that's a placeholder. So it's like you can have a whole Lorem Ipsum set. Yeah.
I see.
Well, I was gonna use that because I thought it looked like a cool name to be like an alien, so I wrote it down. So
Lorem Ipsum is like,
dude, that would be so fucking cool. Because listen, okay, so
Font alien.
there are
a placeholder alien.
No. That would be amazing to claim that is an alien influence. We're claiming that is something introduced from aliens into our culture. I'm not saying we have to do that here. I'm just having.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Okay, Cory, go for it. Go for it, Cory.
This is where I'm drawing a thing on the map, right?
Well, right now we're just deciding on our resources, and then we're going to decide which one is the abundance and which are the scarcities. So we can draw it on the map. We just have to have the discussion first. So, yes, but you can type out.
But this isn't the feature that we're doing. I'm there now.
But you can type out whatever you want. I do not need control of this. You may type out whatever resource you'd like to add.
That sounds scary.
Okay, then I'll type it. It's fine.
Hold on. What we have? Is livestock too broad?
No, I don't think so.
I would give you, maybe decide on a few types of livestock, because otherwise I feel like
we don't know the creatures of this world yet, so we could have livestock type creatures.
What I don't want you to do is say, well, no, I'm going to make up this cool red creature and that's also a livestock, so add more abundant. I don't want it to snowball.
Right.
So I'm going to give you a limit, but it can be
I
broad.
am going to
only dumb creatures.
We have in different
Mr. Animal Farm over there.
Different observations of other worlds that we have made for this world that we are creating as the Ketrans. I am taking a couple of different concepts I've seen and putting them together, very out of character Avatar-esque, and they are sheepdogs, and by that I mean sheep that are also dogs. They are like
wolves in sheep's clothing.
They are like golden retrievers and very happy and playful herds, but they are also sheep and have wool.
That's adorable. So you could laugh and play. It's like a poodle, but but it's something that you shear to make clothing out of. That's awesome. Love that.
Yeah, that's very, very good. All right, sheepdogs. Austin, what would you like to throw out there?
Shit.
Yep.
Agreeability.
I am Austin.
What about some kind of I want to do some kind of radiation, maybe from a mineral or something that's found on the planet or something. I guess it can.
You want a radioactive ore?
Yeah.
Cool.
I will also just for everybody not
Radioactive.
I will not. I was just gonna say I will not accept any critique of my spelling in Photoshop.
You didn't get it out quick enough, so they.
Do you want to?
Quick enough.
Do you want to name the ore, Austin?
And throw that in parentheses.
I mean,
we can name the ore once like they discover it. So whoever discovers the ore, can name it.
Cool.
Okay, I guess there could be like a discussion or discover. Okay, cool. Yeah, there are things built in for that.
Mm-hmm. Cute.
A resource of this planet. I think building materials, but I would like for the building materials to be of a like a growing, like creeping crystal, you know, like a growing crystal, like crystal trees, almost. So it's a very like mineral and rock and gem and crystal based.
I'm writing crystal trees.
Yeah,
that's gonna be what it is, straight up. I think, unless you don't want that.
It's also my drag name.
I've seen your show. I know.
Actually, can I change mine from like a radioactive ore to just like an essence of the planet, like
radioactive core?
Radioactive core.
Do you want it? Well, I was gonna ask. Do you want it to be like something coming from the planet, or do you want it to be like something coming in from space, like a nearby star?
I want it. I think I want it to be from the planet.
Well,
that's cool.
Or is a way for it to be from the planet.
But I don't want it to be physical. Like I don't want you to be able to.
You want to like pockets of helium or whatever all over the world.
I'm thinking more like like a magic-y type thing. Like you get this from the planet. Yeah.
Can I propose a thing, like a way that it might work? So if we make it from the core, then it can be anything like growing out of the ground has traces of this. So to do whatever with that energy, you have to kill the things around you. So like trees, grass, draw it out of everything because it's growing from the planet. Like that's is that kind of what you're thinking?
Essence.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So if you can capture the essence somehow, it like.
Yes, you can use it somehow.
Okay.
However we decide.
However we discover.
Destroy matter, create essence.
Well, when you said magic, that's what I thought, because I know there's a lot of magic stories where you draw it, the energy from like the plant life around you. So if it's coming from the core of the planet, eventually, if you're powerful enough, you can blow up the entire planet. Anyways,
sure.
Trying to think of what a better planet energy core or something, and I think we can probably make some discoveries later to determine exactly how that works, because radioactivity I don't think is really what you're going for.
Let's write essence, because I liked that word when Austin used it. Like it is the essence of the planet, and we'll just have to kind of figure out as we go how that works.
Okay. The essence is like, it's like water, but we don't know what properties it has until we start to get into it.
Word.
So not like water, like physical.
And I thought livestock was too broad.
Well, no, Cory, I will give you more than just sheepdogs. Like if you want to do livestock, we can do livestock.
I love sheepdogs. I'm not doing that.
Okay. I didn't want to like say every animal we ever created on the planet could fall under livestock was what I was trying to say.
No, I get it.
Okay.
I am not arguing against what you did there. I'm just dunking on Austin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No reason at
That's
all.
fair.
And Carter couldn't do it. I don't care if you can.
Herbal essence? Casey says herbal essence.
Oh my god.
Shampoo. Just a planet of shampoo. Let's see. What would I like to add? Shampoo is your favorite whale? Did you know that every whale in every sea park under that particular brand that we won't name out loud is actually named Shamu at Showtime? But that's only been one whale's name, and that was like back in the 70s.
It seems par for the course for them.
Yep. History erasure, and I'm just gonna openly say it. Fuck SeaWorld.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I almost like made a bit out of it, and I was like, "Fuck Trader Joe's."
The
That's
worst
not at all.
whale tank ever, Trader Joe's. Technically true, though. It is the worst whale tank ever because it's a grocery store. Anyways, what am I gonna add to this planet?
We took all yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, these were all my ideas.
Hey, we're just reading the cue cards that you wrote for us, Alex.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a good change of pace. Normally we throw them out come showtime, so
yeah.
These are good, Alex, but we're gonna go in a different direction this time.
Yeah.
just this one.
We get through your recap, and that's like, I mean, with the script continues, but we just kind of like get off book.
Mm-hmm.
Since Casey is in here right now, and I think she wasn't a moment ago, sheepdogs are like golden retriever dogs that have like wool. They're cute.
Poisonous plants.
Nice.
That's fun.
Yeah. All right.
Are they also crystalline or are they organic?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. We got to build it together. We built the mountain. Okay. What would we like of these to have an abundance and the rest are all scarcities?
I'm going to suggest. Well,
Sheepdogs.
no, that's crazy to have an abundance of.
That would be so good, though.
It would.
A desert planet covered in fluffy dog creatures that just exist.
Maybe it's not a desert. Maybe it's like an Arctic planet, and the sheepdogs are what heats up the planet to allow the crystals and the poisonous plants to grow. It's only through the excess of sheepdogs that we can maintain.
It's just the heat of their wool just rubbing together while they run.
And that's what creates like all the electricity that like helps the plants grow and like stimulates them because the static electricity.
I think that the crystalline trees may be the
Yeah,
best thing to
okay,
have in
the
abundance.
obvious choice.
I was gonna say crystal trees or essence.
Yeah.
Because essence could be permeating everything in the planet.
Right. Everything on the planet could be steeped in this essence.
Narratively, yeah, we did kind of set up essence as having to be.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, if it's not, then that's going to present things where that is only like certain things have that, so it could be good to have it in scarcity, but
yeah, or like like the essence isn't usable until it's distilled down or something of that nature, so that makes it a scarcity. Everything can have essence, but it may not be useful to anyone until bleh.
Okay, so I just threw these here for now.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to say essence? Do we want to keep arguing it out? Do we want crystal trees to be our abundance? What are you guys feeling?
I think abundance
Hungry.
is essence.
Well, if we had more sheepdogs, we could solve it.
I mean, I have some Cheez-Its, but I was gonna try to not be a Casey.
Oh,
She's in
what a
our
burn.
chat right now, bruh.
I know. That's why I said it.
Dog, why you gotta call her out like that?
Yeah, why you gotta call her out like that? She's delightful.
That's so vicious.
He is delightful.
Martian War Machine says, love the ecosystem based on the sheepdogs. So they like running. And the puppy planet is good with Casey too.
Absolutely.
I do like Puppy Planet. Listen, there's scarcities right now. They're not gonna stay that way.
You got a
if I have
burrito.
to fucking say about it. Here
We
go.
could build around the. Okay, I think essence makes sense. Am I happy about it? Yeah, it's fine. Would I?
But am I
prefer
happy
sheepdogs?
about it?
Yeah.
No.
Am I happy about it? No. All right. Well, with that lined up, I think we can start drawing our map. We can start drawing where our essence is the planet core. So I don't know that, like, unless we want to do like just a broad like purple sheen or something, we can probably just play it.
We can say the essence is the background white of the map.
Okay. The essence is the background white. Where would you guys like to see our crystal trees and sheepdogs and poisonous plants?
I thought
And
this
we
was
can-
just.
Poisonous plants far from the sheepdogs.
I thought this was just where we make a feature of the world, not what's in the abundance and scarcities, and we figure out
We
where those
can.
things exist later.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we're starting, right? Is like, where do we want this to lay out? And then we can start drawing the map around it. So Cory, if you want to take control of the screen, since you are first up in our roster, and draw the feature and where your sheepdogs will go, or at least build in where you'd like them to go.
I suggest that we go and make a feature of the world first, so that like everyone makes like a semblance of the map, and then we figure out where the things are.
Go for it. You have control.
All right. How do I do the drawing thing in the?
We're gonna go here, and
Okay.
you're gonna pick a color that you want down here, and then you just pick whatever color you want,
Oh,
and then you just
I
start
just got a
drawing.
natural feature that I think is gonna fucking crush.
Is it a large rock? That would crush.
All right. So
God damn it! I gotta think of a different one.
here's what I'm gonna do. The man who doth protest too much is going to do a thing here.
Okay.
So
And that's a pretty big brush. If you want to change it, it's at the top.
I definitely do not want that brush to be that big.
Just hit OK. You're good.
Okay.
We're just drawing on a type layer. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Okay. Yeah. So you nailed it. You know how to use Photoshop. You're a Photoshop guru now. I expect the tutorial in my inbox next week.
I don't like that. All right, so in the north-ish, just because we're not going to be too crazy about this, there is a giant crystalline tree.
Oh, like the Avatar home tree.
Kind of, but no. Just it is. I mean, it's not something necessarily that we can find out, but it is not necessarily something that is going to be a religious symbol or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it could be.
It could be. That depends on other people, I guess. So what this does, and I'm gonna put some tops to them, is that all crystal trees come from this base.
Kind of mushroomy.
Currently, no one has found a way to. There are seeds that fall from the fruit from this crystalline tree that can be planted elsewhere and grow more trees, and like a seed will possibly make a few trees, like they'll root out and make more. There are no seeds that come from those smaller trees to make more. The giant tree is the only source of those seeds.
Toss out a weird ecosystem suggestion for this? What if the crystalline seed pods that fall are just like green balls, and the sheepdogs have to play with them, and when they crack them apart, that's how the trees were spread over the land, because they like to play fetch with these balls?
Like the root systems will always seek out and reconnect to the main root system.
Like a living forest. Like
I don't know that.
Giant...
Well, we can figure that stuff out.
Yeah, we can figure it out. I was just throwing it out there. But...
Right now, what I'm gonna say is that currently the only place where this crystalline forest exists is where that tree is. Now, it is known that these trees are can come off of this thing, and as far as you know what, I'm not even gonna say that yet. I might say that later unless someone else has an idea, but that's something that can come up in a thing. So I'm just gonna finish doing this, and yes, it is this giant tree, and all crystalline trees have to the seeds only grow from now you can harvest multiple seeds. It's not like they're necessarily hard to get from it. We'll find out if that's going to change. But the trees that are planted after do not produce any seeds.
Okay.
Love
So
that, and I also love
Write
the
that
color
down.
scheme that you've chosen.
Yeah, me too. I got very excited when I thought you were gonna do the tops in green too, and I got very excited when you switched to the purple. All right, Austin. Austin, I need you to take control of my screen.
View options.
I can help
Voice
you
control.
if needed. There you go. All right, Austin, draw your feature.
Okay, so Cory, with your trees, there's one big tree and then a bunch of other trees around it, or there's big trees that drop and make littler trees.
So the big tree, the little tree, there is a forest with a giant crystal tree, and the forest is because the giant tree has dropped fruit off of it that have planted the seeds that have made those trees.
Okay.
I don't think the forest is especially large though, because it only goes so far as those seeds have fallen off of the tree and been able to roll away. Maybe there's some animals that have pushed them farther or whatever, but like that's why this is scarce right now, is because it's the single forest that isn't so large.
All right.
So the way that I'm picturing this forest is like kind of like New York City, how there's all these tall trees and stuff like that all around, but there's like the one tallest tree, and then it only spreads out so far.
Mhm.
That's so sick. Oh,
So
sorry, Austin, go ahead.
how about where that big tree is? I don't want to go. There's going to be maybe a crevice. So the big tree comes out of the crevice that's in the ground, and then like the other trees are spread around. And out of this crevice, we'll say that's where the poisonous plants start growing. And since there's scarcity right now, they only grow around the crystal trees.
Oh, so in order for the animals to carry the seeds or whatever, they have to traverse the poisonous plants.
Mhm.
You have to be worthy.
So
Or just don't eat it.
Yeah.
all right, there's the color.
Which, don't eat it. A chubbums like me, who's constantly hungry, would absolutely not be worthy.
I too would be dead. Okay, I would see like that looks great. I'll probably live.
Oh, that's sick, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's perspective.
Yeah, that's great.
And then the plants. It could be better. I don't care. We'll make the
It's
plants.
perfect. That's one of the rules of this game, is that every drawing is good enough for this game.
Absolutely.
And that's not even me making that up. That's straight up in the rule book. I'm not just being like, I'm so nice. No, I'm a dick. That's in the fucking rules.
Alex, I don't
If
know
it
what's
wasn't,
happening.
then you better do fucking better. Like, if
Austin,
it wasn't in the rules, then
then do better. Austin, what's up? You need help?
What's going on? How do I get that?
What are you trying to get to?
It won't let me change the color.
Well, that's bullshit. What color do you want? Okay.
We'll do yellow.
Ooh. Love it. That like
hazardous yellow.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, do they creep? Are they
Yeah.
creeping?
Bing bang. Oh, that sucks. That's so sick, dude.
Oh shit. He'll be sleeping in your crystal home and suddenly.
Oh man. Now I have to ask Austin, did you intentionally make it look like a dick van?
Nope.
Just kidding. 100% kidding.
What do you go to a urologist?
Yeah. Or a cardiologist if your veins are that thick. Sorry. Now, these poisonous vines here, do these poisonous vines like flower at all, or are they just like? Do they like
maybe in the
create
spring?
Any kind of like maybe in the spring? Okay, sick.
I don't know. They can, yeah, sure.
Oh, what?
Right.
Oh, shit. Well, I hope that. Okay. What if because they are parasitic, I'm assuming, growing on the crystal trees. I'm just assuming, like, as vines, that's what vines generally do. But we could change that because it's an alien world we don't know about.
Yeah.
But what if when they flower, they drop seed pods that look very similar to the crystals?
Wild.
And they can get spread too.
This is like a classic good versus evil type battle happening in nature. Love that. Love that.
Strains. I'm done. I was gonna color in the crevice, but I feel like that's excessive and we don't need to.
We get the essence of it. It's fine.
All right, Q, request control.
No, right?
I'm making you guys do it because it's easier than me trying to make it work.
Okay.
There you go.
I have requested remote control. Okay.
You shall have it.
So, all around this crystalline forest, as far as the eye can see, is an ocean of grass that waves in the breeze. Tall grass, and it is called the Whistling Plains. Because when the wind moves through the grass, it makes a song. Not a specific song. It's like a very like free-form pan-flutey type music. But if you stand still and you listen to the grass, you can hear the wind whipping through it, and it does whistle. It does give like low rumbling tones, and then also it's like I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, very very pan-flutey type music coming from this crystalline wheat.
Okay, and I'm going to say, and Austin's going to push back when I say this out loud, that the people that call it the Whistling Plains are us Ketrans, and not anybody that we've decided yet is in this world.
Right.
Cool. Austin's not yelling at me yet, so I'm just going to take a quick note.
I'm going to go more orange. More of like a brown color.
I love the color scheme of this planet.
It's very colorful.
I do that, and then
The sound of grass.
The hills are alive.
One lone Julie Andrews on this planet. She is a scarcity. There is only one of her.
There. I am done.
Damn it. Now this is like my third Sound of Music joke in the last 2 days.
You gotta watch some different movies.
No,
You got Jurassic Park, you got
Sound of Music. That's it.
You've got like 6 DVDs that you keep watching on repeat.
Alex is
And
Alex
3
has
of
been,
them are
Alex has
Jurassic
been
Park,
too
and I just burn it out.
Alex has been too busy. I haven't been able to make her watch stuff recently.
That is
I was gonna say 3 of them are the Lord of the Rings trilogy, so
Oh,
she's only got 3 other options.
Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
I'm introducing some red into this planet, and that's how I'm going to decide on my feature first and foremost.
Good. Nice.
And I think what I would like to do is if there is a fissure where these crystal trees are coming out of, I would like to make it so that the fissure is like, coming up from the crystal trees. And as it goes up, it starts to peak into a mountain that is just growing into like this massive, like pulsating sort of like, it's not crystal because that's not what the trees are made out of, but it's like essence turned into something that is tangible.
Mineral?
And like, sure, it can be like a mineral, or just like some sort of rock face, but it comes up from here, and I'm drawing this now from an aerial view, so it's gonna look wild, but yes. And it's not like you could at this time get like power from it, like it's loose power, but maybe one day we can get something.
Wait, is it underneath the fissure?
No, it's so if the fissure is where the crystal is growing out of, right?
The giant tree is coming out of the fissure.
Yep. And at the point where it levels out to the earth, this starts coming up like a mountain range.
My head is the tree, and then it becomes a mountain like that.
But wouldn't it be behind the trees then?
It can be anywhere.
No, because I'm looking at it from an aerial view. So like I'm imagining like if this top corner is like where the trees and the forests are, we're looking down at this world. And so the whistling plains are over here, and then the mountain's going to grow up out of it. That's kind of what I'm imagining.
It doesn't make any sense to me, but okay.
Well, it would be behind the trees, Cory, if you just go on the other side of the trees.
Yeah, go to the other side of the trees, Cory. It'll just rotate the screen.
But that's not how maps work. That's not how maps work.
Well, okay. If you're looking at just the top half of our map, it's like looking front forward, but then as you pull out, you have to go up. Like
it's because
the map's bent.
It is bent, but like if I tried to draw a mountain range coming up from the fissure, I would just literally I would have just drawn in front of all of your drawings. So I had to like bend it to make it like work with the space.
I figured you were just gonna like make a veiny mountain behind the thing, but
like back here. Yeah. Would you like me to? Would you much prefer that, Cory? I'll do it for you.
It kind of bothers me.
Right,
well, he's giving contempt now. So
hey, that's not fair. I'm changing
I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back.
I didn't know we could give contempt already.
Well,
I didn't know that was it.
You know what? Yeah, we can.
Oh yeah, that is this game.
I'm making it a rule. We can give contempt to whoever. It is supposed to be like narratively in game, but I like to think that we use it against each other and then hold it forever.
We can have 2 contempt piles, one for the in-game, one for just us.
One for this is my personal contempt pile.
Literally only Alex, because, and we've talked about this for like, it visually breaks my brain. I don't understand. I cannot grasp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So at the end of this fissure, it comes forward and then explodes into a mountain side.
Like it's like a transitional thing from the fissure into the mountain.
Y'all, this forest dangerous as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, so like it's almost like, you know how in anime when somebody like digs their heels in and the ground shoots up behind them?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like the fissure in the ground is the divot where their foot is, and then the mountain is like the exploded out.
Almost like the crystal came from another alien planet thing, shattered into this world, and then exploded out behind it.
Something like that, maybe.
Maybe.
We have yet to find out.
We have yet to find out. We don't know. But we can start. I mean, I think at this point, would you guys like to start drawing some cards, playing some games?
Yeah.
Love it.
I also like that the way that we've done this, like, unlike the other world, like, we have so much map left.
Yeah, because
after our initial...
Yeah. After you play it once, you realize, like, oh, don't fill the map on round 1 when you're building it. All right. Well, Cory, you're going to go up first, and your card is
4 of Hearts.
4 of Hearts.
All right, let's find out what I've got. What important and basic tools does the community lack? Or where are you storing your food? Why is this a risky place to store things?
We store it in buildings made out of the poisonous vines.
Like how we got these trees as a building material, and we're like, fuck the trees, get the poisonous plants. Oh, but you know, it could be protective, so maybe it isn't such a wild idea.
So the important and basic tool that the community lacks is a basic tool. Hold on. This
A people.
I've been called a basic tool before.
Damn. Probably by Cory on this call.
I'm sorry, I like pumpkin spice.
That's a basic bitch. That's different.
Yeah.
The what
I was wearing a tap out shirt while I was ordering.
Pants. I was wearing trip pants and ordering my pumpkins.
I got track pants on right now, you bastards.
I said trip pants.
Not track. I was wearing I made the joke. I was wearing a tap out shirt because I was being a tool.
We scattered with that joke,
Yeah.
and we did not ever meet back up.
Dude, we just fired in.
I'm
all
trying to do
directions.
stuff I never requested control. That'll do it.
Sorry.
Okay, so
We gave you enough time to vamp. Or
yeah,
we vamped
you
enough
vamped
time
enough.
to think.
Cool.
Cory gave us enough time to vamp. He was doing us a favor.
Yeah. All right. So there is. Yep, that's the one.
What if the wind whistling through the plains played Big Rock Candy Mountain? You guys know that song?
Big Rock Candy Mountain, where all the candy rocks are, and you like. It's where you.
I mean, you're not far off. It's like an old country song, like one evening as the sun went down and the jungle fires was burning, and
That's
it's
catchy.
It's great. It's a great song. I'll send it to you guys later.
All right. So, Cory, what are you drawing, bud?
Give
You'll
me a
see.
second.
This is interesting.
Onion.
It's a wing, and
So
We like flying machines.
going to what Q was saying about how he wanted these to be building materials, the community has found out that the crystalline trees can be planted in such a way that they kind of grow into each other. And there is a central storehouse of food where they have made this building, and this crystal is they've found very resilient. It is what happened to the brush? Why did you do this?
What you looking for?
There it goes.
Okay.
Why not draw? What happened?
Oh, yeah, there you go. You're just wrong tool. There you go. You got
Okay.
it.
So what they find is that this crystal can grow together in such a way where they kind of fuse and become walls, and the crystalline leaves will fuse together and make a sort of roof.
Like a thatch roof. That's so cool.
That's so fucking
and
cool.
they kind of merge together, and they'll turn into this translucent roof of purple light coming in. What makes this a dangerous place to store food is that it is ostentatious. It will catch the light, and any other community that is coming by or something, buildings made out of this stuff are loud. They are easily spotted, and it's
Gotcha.
easily pegged as that is something that has been created and could be a target for thieves and bandits.
Also, if you keep a candy bar in there, it's definitely gonna melt.
I was wondering that, as the light
Ooh,
comes through the
that's an
crystal, does it
interesting-
create burning points? If you kept dry goods in there, could you potentially have a fire in the building?
You know what? I like that. I'm actually gonna. I was, ostentatious is a thing that I was gonna say, but
Oh,
You can
dude,
do both.
I guess it could be both. But yeah, I would say that as of right now, there could be a fix for this, obviously, but as of right now, the heat refracts through it very easily, so it could end up with a magnifying glass situation. So it is that's the drawback of the material, at least at the present.
Love it.
And then I get to do a thing, right?
You do. So this would be if we had any projects, this is where we would adjust the die, but we don't yet. So you get to take an action, which is you can discover something new. You can hold a discussion, which is the one where we go around. It's only 1 to 2 sentences, blah, blah, blah. Or you can start a project.
And
okay.
Our community right now is the Ketron. Like, is that?
No, we haven't made who the inhabitants of the community are.
Yeah, we're messing around. So technically, yes, because it's just us, and we haven't
not yet the
filled
Ketron.
the world. Yeah, but we haven't quite done it.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, we're not necessarily populated right now. So the let's see. So a discovery is made because the sheepdogs are the sheepdogs where they exist in the wild is they love to roam the whispering, what was it?
The Whistling Plains.
Whistling Plains, Whispering Willows. I don't know why I thought that. The Whistling Plains, the music is pleasant and it's a good environment for them. So that's largely where the sheepdog roam when they're in the wild if they haven't been herded. What is discovered is that on the edges of the crystalline forest as they're playing, one of the sheepdog finds a fruit that has fallen off of one of the trees. Because the trees bear fruit, they just don't bear seeds. So even the smaller ones will bear the fruit. One of the dogs sees it and eats it and dies. One of the sheepdog dies. So what we find out is that the crystalline fruit is highly toxic to sheepdogs.
Okay.
That is the discovery.
That's a sad discovery.
It's a sad discovery.
Okay.
So I guess I have to.
You can. Well, so since it's a story point, we can either like mark it, just like doing an X on there, or we can narratively just keep it. It is up to you.
Hold on. Let's see.
And while we're doing that, I am going to draw a card for Austin to look it up and start making his decisions. And it is the 5 of Hearts.
So, got some dog ears, some fluffy sheep face.
Oh, no.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If the sheepdogs are the things that need to be herded, then are sheepdogs also the ones doing the herding? Like,
That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question, and it might be hard to keep them together because exactly. And that was maybe part of the idea. Is there an
alpha that gives orders and the alpha herds the rest? That's
The strict social hierarchy. Oh, he's so sad.
That's a real deep frown.
Is dead.
Oh, and you made him yellow, the poisonous vine color.
Well, that wasn't the intention. The intention was like they are like
yes.
No, they're like golden retriever sheepdog, remember?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What color was the fruit that fell?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It's up to Cory.
Let me see here.
Feels nice.
Yeah, you know what? We're sticking with the neon colors. Blue is great.
Sounds.
That's
you just
not
had to move the.
How do I? Control
so
Z. Will that work? How do I get rid of that?
Yeah, hit Control. Oh, here I got you. Okay.
I got it.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, and hit OK. There it is.
You just have to pick your color.
Yeah, you're in the bottom.
You're in the. Yeah, your bottom left. You want to.
Oh, that's why.
There
okay.
you go. Nailed it.
Got it.
I know it's Photoshop. It's confusing. Photoshop's the worst.
So
it's not. I really like Photoshop. I'm sorry.
It's like a bunched up little like berry thing that's got like crystal veins throughout it, which I'll just do a little bit of that.
And it's kind of like a blue raspberry.
Yeah, and then
Pop Rocks, blue raspberry
top,
pop.
it's got a
Does it have a gummy center?
No, it does not.
Q just said my magic sleeper cell word, which is anything adjacent to gushers.
Gushers are so... Hey, have you ever put gushers in the freezer?
No.
It's weird, but it's cool. Try it.
You ever put a Pop-Tart in the freezer?
I haven't.
You haven't? Okay. You got to get like a s'mores flavored Pop-Tart or something like that. Some kind of chocolatey Pop-Tart. Throw that motherfucker in the freezer.
Bye.
And it's got an orange stem.
The jails are made of
Lovely.
sin.
And you can walk right out again as soon as you are in. Sorry, it's another line from Big Rock Candy Mountain.
Love it.
All right, so I got the 5 of hearts, and this is what the 5 of hearts is. It says, there's a disquieting legend about this place. What is it? Or alarming weather patterns destroy something. How and what? I'm going to go with the alarming weather patterns destroy something. So instead of it being like a rain or a tornado or just like simply like a dust bowl or something, it's more like a shadow, like a shadow mist that just like wreaks havoc. So it's gonna come through these mountains and through the whistling plains, but it stops right when it gets to the crystalline trees. So the mountains, some of the mountains are still there, some of the whistling plains are still there, but there's this big trench where this storm of mist came through.
Oh shit!
And I'll draw that. I gotta get
like a corrosive fog.
Yes.
Ooh.
Some would say something like that. How do I do this?
You got it.
I got it?
You got it.
Give me this.
Okay.
Give me this, he says.
Can I propose a name for this?
Sure.
The Consuming. Because the fog rolls through and it seems to
Consuming.
The consumption.
The tsunami.
The Kama Sutra.
It's also what they called me in high school.
My man.
Gross.
I don't
Everything is
know what to
gross.
write down anymore. What the fuck do you want me to write down?
The consuming.
The Consuming? Like
Consuming? Oh, I thought you said the consuming.
no. It's
Like it's like a kitsune
right.
or something.
all right. You know my fucking stupid hick ass is saying some stupid bullshit like the Consuming.
There.
God, that argument would work with anybody but Austin, who has the thickest Southern accent of all of
Yeah.
us.
Southern.
God, let's not even start. We got into a fight about this last night, and it wasn't pretty.
Oh, okay. Let me not pick on you about it then.
Southern.
SUTHURN, Southern.
Southern.
There you go.
Or is it Southern? Who knows?
SOW.
Southern. The word south.
I'm this
Southern.
close to yelling at Alex.
Stop it! No yelling.
So, but now one good thing about this is, oh, hang on, I can do like make a discovery or something now.
Yeah,
right?
you can still discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project.
So did it erode away at that part of the mountain and like?
Yeah. So like now you can walk through there if you want.
Okay, so it just
Ooh.
completely cut a path.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's intense.
That is very intense.
So it's like a tornado of acid, essentially.
That's
Yeah.
what happens when
something
a
like that.
volcano meets a tornado.
What discovery? What discovery? There's some kind of people, but what kind of people? I don't know. You guys want to help me out a little bit? I'm trying to think of
100
You want it to be
Beyonce.
like
You can make some kind of other discovery if you don't know what the people are gonna be.
Or you can do like, you already know this because you did this before, but like a nomadic people or like a new people, like you don't have to discover the people that are going to be the main inhabitants of this planet. We could have crash landings, we could have other creatures. Like you can do anything.
You could decide the planet is uninhabited yet because you haven't created a race because we're the
That's
Ketrans.
true. And we are the ones creating the race in game because we have added that narrative.
Well, okay. Then that's the narrative we're going with. That we are the Ketrans and we're creating this planet and we can create species to live here. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so now is that my discovery or...
I'm fine with that being a narrative thing
Okay.
because we already introduced that previously. I'm just going to write it down to solidify it, if that's cool with everybody.
So does Austin get to make still make a discovery based on that through line? Okay, cool. I wanted to clarify that.
I guess the discovery could be who the people are, but like narratively, you're the Ketran creating that people. If you wanted to do that,
That's fine. We can go with that. So, but this is something we didn't create. And I will say what these beings look like. They have from what the Ketran have seen, they look like shadowy beings, and they stay within the confines of where this kind of streak is. Like they're following the streak.
Following or live within?
Following, so they're not inside it. It's gone. It's not doing any more destruction. But like maybe a couple of days after it, we saw like the first one.
They follow in its wake.
So it's a nomadic people who are like, hey, as long as we're behind this thing, we're not in front of it.
Yeah,
but they're shadow people.
They're shadowy creatures, and the Ketrans don't know them. The Ketrans didn't create them.
We didn't. Okay.
Whoa, that's creepy.
We didn't make them.
So it's like a okay.
Our world is being fucked with by outside forces.
Yeah. And Q, I'm gonna go ahead and throw your card up here while you're.
All right.
7 of Hearts.
7 of Hearts.
So that is just narrative, but I'm gonna quickly just make something.
Yeah, I was just giving Q his card so he could decide while you were doodling.
Q card.
My Q card.
7 of Hearts says, where does everyone sleep? Who is unhappy with this arrangement and why? Or, what natural predators roam this area? Are you safe? I think the natural predators that roam this area are those some angry eyebrows?
They're just
angry eyes in the
just
night.
Angry eyes. Okay. Sorry. I think that the natural predators that roam this area that prey on the sheepdogs are these giant winged cats.
Okay.
So hang on.
Following the theme of sheep, dog,
Bird, cat.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Cat.
what kind of
Bird.
animal is the cat also
Bat,
to make it fly?
It is-
cat. But cat.
It is called a tressym.
Can you spell that for me?
TRESSYM, as in
Okay.
Mary. It's called a tressym, and they come in every variety. There's so many different like giant owl wings on a bobcat, or like.
Do you know how soft that would be?
Yes, I do. I've pet a bobcat before. They're lovely.
Pet an owl before. They're very soft.
Yeah. They come in every like combination and variety and interbreeding and stuff like that you can possibly think of. It's just like a like bird wings coming out of the shoulder blades of a cat body.
Well, I love them.
Yeah. But they are apex predators.
Yeah.
That may or may not be able to be tamed later and made into house cats.
Okay, listen, this isn't anything we have to write down or add to our story at all, but like this is just giving me the idea of like black cats with the giant vulture wings picking up like the sheepdogs off the sides of mountain cliffs and dropping them to like be able to kill them and then eat their bone marrow like those vultures.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking cool.
Yeah. Shit like that. Like like thinking of like a panther with giant owl wings coming out of the back of it because it's silent as the night. Just,
hell yeah. Hell yeah. And Q, you have control if you want to.
I have control.
You have control.
Chaos control. Sorry. Okay. Let me go ahead and off to the side here.
I wish to dress as Austin's shadow creature for Halloween.
Yes.
And just walk around like that.
It's kind of got an owl face.
He does. Like a barn owl. And then when he gets angry, he can just do that barn owl thing where they just like go side to side. They look so stupid when they do.
I'm just drawing a symbol that.
Cool. So the natural predators in our world are fucking biblically accurate angels. Great.
Yeah, they're nightmare creatures. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, they're also wreathed in light, and they have concentric gyroscopic rings.
Oh no!
That flow around them.
Oh no!
Oh god!
Oh no!
Rings that are covered in eyes that see in all directions.
And every time
they've also got 9 tails and
every time they
sword of flame.
Every time they swoop upon their prey, they say, "Be not afraid."
Be not afraid.
It looks like a Digimon that just that fully digivolved and then had to go back to it.
But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it at that. Cat with wings, you get it.
Excellent.
So I will relinquish control.
So I was kind of thinking, just to address the question in the chat here, Casey was asking if, since we're Ketrans, if the crystal trees were intentional. The way that I'm thinking about it is that the crystal trees were built as a boon for the world here, and then whoever the person we are playing against is, or
Whatever
who
force.
who is us, because we're playing both the because this is a game that's being played in the canon queue, where it's you build good things in the world and then someone you're playing against is building bad things in the world. My thought was like whoever is, the Tumen, which is not going to mean anything to you, is like building these crystal trees to help people thrive, and then whoever Tumen was playing against was the one building like the poisonous vines that came out of the fissure.
But I think the coolest part to note about all of that was the person that came up with the crystal trees was Q, who doesn't know anything about that world.
It's true.
So it was a happy fucking accident.
So I'll just to give you I've been thinking about this game a little bit before going in, because if it's gonna be if it's gonna be in the world, I may try to use it. I don't know, but it's good to know either way. And when Q said the crystal trees, and I knew we were doing catcher and stuff started to connect. So,
so good, so good. All right. So I pulled the Ace of Hearts, and that is what group has the highest status in the community? What must people do to gain inclusion in this group? Or are there distinct family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common? And I think what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and do what group has the highest status in the community and what must people do to gain inclusion in this group, because I think that could be interesting from the perspective of the Ketrans are building this world, and that's part of how they would play the game, right, is through influencing. And so influencing the highest members of the community, I think, is what they would do. So how I want to place them is that we are going to build a community that kind of works similarly to the way that the pack dynamics do in these sheepdogs, or that we kind of threw out there. We don't have to say that part is canon, but there is like an alpha group and then everybody has to fall in line in a ranking structure below them, no matter how big the community gets. And they must be hyper aware of their exact placement in that community at any given time. And the way that they are rewarded is that the Ketrans nudge them up to the alpha if they display signs of intelligence. They're just basically trying to make a hyper intelligent species as fast as we can. And that's how they
Love that.
Yeah,
That's
so
sick. Hell yeah.
I'm not quite sure how to draw that, but so what I think I might do is actually just throw down another text layer. I'm just going to write alpha over here.
Just like there's a list. Just if you just draw off to the side, like people ranking, and then just a list.
Just draw an American flag, because I think what you're describing is fascism.
Cory
I
looks
wrote
so
alpha.
appalled.
And I'm going to write that down because I don't want to draw an American flag. There's too many colors.
There's too many colors.
I broke Q.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, but
I immensely like the joke. I'm just not drawing an American flag.
No,
in our
don't
alien
actually
world.
do that. Yeah.
I wrote alpha.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I am going to go ahead and be the first to start a project here. And what I would like to do is get our community kickstarted on how to stop the heat issues in the crystal structures. Like whether that's a cooling system. I think it's research to figure out how to do it. And then the second part will be actually implementing it. Especially because doing the research could be a way that like somebody could boost up in the community and we could nudge them for being intelligent.
I just realized that I didn't like take an action.
Oh, do it.
I discovered like I did the card with the Tressum, and then
and then we fuck.
Yeah,
what would you like to do, Q?
We did
Let's
not
do it
fuck.
together.
I'll do it right
I would've
after your
remembered.
turn's
No,
done.
do it now.
Do it now.
Do it
Okay.
now while I put some project
I
dice
heard
on
you,
here.
Cory.
All right,
It's the perfect time.
I would. I also would like to start a project. I
Yeah,
want
what do
to
you
keep
wanna
our
do?
food from burning, so I'm gonna figure out. I think that we're gonna take
He
two
stole
weeks.
yours.
Did I?
Do
Kind
it.
of.
No.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
No, no,
I'm
no, no,
drawing
no.
flames. I'm drawing flames. This is flames.
It's okay.
in
Now
my
she
mind.
gets to do a new one.
Wait, did I genuinely steal yours?
Yeah.
It was just
Oh,
something that
you're-
was on my
you're-
mind.
She
Shit.
said it. You
It's
said, "Wait,
okay.
we skipped me," and then you said the same thing. It was very
No.
much. Timmy,
Then I'll
were
do
you
a different
paying
project.
attention
That
in class?
project's already been started. It's fine.
This is yours, Q. This
no,
is
it's not.
the-
No, it's not.
this
No,
is-
it's not.
on
Q's gonna-
fire.
My
Q's gonna
project
feel
is they're
bad.
going to take 2 weeks learning how to turn the whistling fields into a musical instrument for their own enjoyment.
Aw.
That's gonna take 2 weeks.
Yeah, because they got to figure out how to make is it like a flute? Is it like a hollow reed? Is it like, do you have to get like 90 blades and then like blow through them real hard? Like, they don't know how to do it.
It does take me 2 weeks to invent an instrument.
Okay.
Who's doing that? Who's trying to make them an instrument?
Our weird community.
Yeah, the nebulous like weird.
I would
people that are
like
here.
to make a weird proposal now,
have
just
not named.
bouncing off Q's idea.
Is this how Scott propositioned you?
We'd like to make a weird proposal.
I had to backtrack what I had just said because I was so far ahead of what I wanted to do that I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
And then
Um,
creed vows.
And then creed vows. I think that since we are building this community, that they're dumb, and that's why it took them 2 weeks to do a musical instrument. And I think it should take them 5 weeks to do research how to make things colder, because they're just dumb
Gotcha.
for
Okay.
now.
I do need to interject here and say that like the dumb little jab that I was making is that I cannot imagine not having musical instruments and coming up with it in 2 weeks. That's wild. It's not that they're dumb. It's that is a very fast amount of time to make a fucking
It's
But they
They-
already
instrument.
exist.
They hear the music coming from
All right.
the planes, and they're like, "I want to take this with me. How
No,
do I
that's
do
fair.
that?"
Yeah.
And then
it is an amorphous thing of 2 turns, and that's fine. I was just
Yeah.
I wanted to say that, like, I don't think that that's because they're dumb, but if that's how we want to do it here.
That's how I want to do it. I like the
right.
idea that if we're building them up, like we're so in the books, how it kind of happened was like they'd interject something and then they'd fast forward to see like how it went. So I like the idea of like these creatures came that we put on this planet and they're kind of stupid, and now we're seeing like how fast we can fast forward them to like where we want them to go.
Okay.
So I just narratively liked it. Okay.
So the like deciding what the musical instrument is what happens on the turn of whenever this completes, right?
Yes, that's when you'll resolve it for us and tell us how it resolved. So yes. So Cory, I gave you control of the computer. Are you ready for your card?
Yeah.
Did I skip anybody else's shit like a dickwad? This is why I don't control anything.
Queen of Hearts.
My
lady.
What's the most beautiful thing in this area? Or what's the most hideous thing in this area?
You mean on the map? Don't insult any of us on the call, Cory.
Yeah. So the most beautiful thing is Cory.
Obviously.
And the most hideous thing is also Cory. Figure it out.
Cory's the only person.
I'm the only one here. You're all figures.
So by default.
What if we were? What if this was your imagination?
Man, my imagination, my imagination has made some pretty quality people to spend time with, so that's fine.
Look at this map you made.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take that blue pill. Let's see. The most beautiful thing. Now, because I would call that the giant crystal tree, but we already have that.
It can still be the most beautiful thing.
Yeah, but this is supposed to be inventing something new, I thought.
We're playing fast and loose, baby.
Daxter.
You could say that the most beautiful thing is the twin sunset behind the crystalline tree, because that shines light through it and it sparkles and it's like.
Q, are you trying to bring us into light? Are you trying to make us make a lightsaber? You're slowly walking us into lightsaber. Yeah. I feel
that's the key to this game, Q. You're doing it perfect.
Everything is filled with essence.
And there are crystals.
I don't like this. I'm stopping this now. The most hideous thing is that so there are concerns during the day about the sun, coming through and warming the food and stuff. But the real kicker, the real killer of it is that the moon, the light that exists at night, is a like sludgy, just nasty green that puts a sick pallor over the land and makes nighttime activities it's hard to see. Everything's tinted in this weird green. It is hideous. It is not fun to look at, and it's not fun to be out in.
So it's like looking through night vision goggles.
Kind of, but like grosser. It like it imparts a feeling of so you know how the sun helps give you vitamin D to make you feel better, and is a good way to like combat depression. This is like that in opposite. It feels bad to be out in this, and it makes
vitamin B for bad.
Yeah, it makes any kind of like night workers or anything, like anyone who's on a night shift, like it is a very not fun place to be, if that's what's
especially since all the fucking silent ass Tressum flying around.
Yeah.
So Austin, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, can I give you a little suggestion that you made me think of it, Cory, when you were saying that?
What's that?
what if during that light, it kind of weighs you down too a little bit, like not only mentally but like physically in that light, it feels like you're heavy.
It's harder to move.
It's sluggish. Yeah, you feel sluggish. You feel not quite to this level, but think like if you're near a Dementor, like where you just
That's a point of reference for a lot of people in the chat. Cool.
That leads me to a question that I keep thinking of as you're describing this. I don't know if the moon is radiating something that's doing stuff to the people, or the moon is pulling from the planet, and that's what's taking away from the people.
We don't know.
We don't know?
We don't know.
So the only thing we know right now is that it emits a green light, and it makes you feel bad and heavy and sluggish.
Yeah.
Or not emits. Green light happen.
Moon make green light yucky bad.
Do make green light, or green light go moon, because bad go away, juice. I'm just writing down moon, green light, bad
moon
slow.
Has green light. Moon has cheeseburger.
Moon is green, cheese, moon.
How do I get rid of this? Why is this
slow.
here?
I don't
The little arrows on the side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Carrots, there you go.
Dexter, please. Let's see.
He heard my critique the other day where I was like, Dexter hasn't been contributing enough lately, and I need him to talk more.
Meow.
So it's just going to be Austin and I meowing back and forth.
So here's this gross mess of green gooey
Is
light.
it all like lopsided and shit? Like it's a real shitty moon.
It's like, so yeah, it almost
like an asteroid that's just circling around.
It almost like pulsates, like it's amorphous and moving, and like it feels bad to look at.
It does. It feels bad that you're describing it to me this way too. Like this is a very bad moon.
It's not good.
It's not a good moon.
Moon has yuck vibe.
Good
moon has yuck
moon
vibe.
Is not welcome.
Love it.
So there is a
And I'm gonna give Austin his card to think about what you do the rest of your stuff, Cory.
I'm doing a project. And the project that I'm doing is there are certain members of the community who have decided that enough is enough.
Already?
And not that part, no.
Okay.
That will probably happen at some point.
Any moment now.
Enough is enough. They have been kicked around. They have been left to their own devices for too long. We're going to corral these fucking sheepdogs and let them stop killing themselves off of weird, awful mist and Dexter. That is the keyboard. You need to not walk on that.
I need my voice to be heard.
They are going to work on corralling and making it a job to keep these sheepdog together. So that is a project to get this population under control, so they don't just like keep wandering up on bad fruit and like killing themselves and stuff. I think that these sheepdog, because they don't have like a natural herder for them, and it's something that's going to have to be a lot more people based, because unlike in our world, like they can't use dogs to do it because the dogs are the sheep. It is I think it's going to take them a little bit to crack, so I think it's going to be 4 weeks.
Okay.
Cool. And there's that. Look at how neat Alex's little dots are.
That's because I did the trick where I just made the thing bigger and just went doot doot doot.
I ain't about that
Big
life.
pen.
And that is my turn.
Yes. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to count down our 2 project dice for the ones we have that we had already on there, not yours, Cory. Yet.
Yep.
Okay.
Fine.
Yet. Next turn, it's all you. All right, Austin, what up?
Mm-hmm. So, all right, I might take liberties here. Tell me if I do too much.
You will eventually have to run this in your game. You are allowed to take more liberties than anybody else here.
So
here to draw a card.
Yeah, 8 of hearts. An old piece of machinery is discovered, broken but perhaps repairable. What is it? What would it be useful for? Or an old piece of machinery is discovered, cursed and dangerous. What does the community? How does the community destroy it?
Oh, shit.
So the shadow people bring a piece of machinery with them. And what it does is harvest essence from these crystal trees. And how does the community destroy it? So right now, since we don't have a people and it's just a Ketran, they're not going to get involved because they don't want the they can't get involved, basically. So the community is going to be the Tressum and the sheepdogs. And how do they destroy it is
well, we do have a community of like
we have an unnamed
yeah, I know,
small populace.
Okay,
I'm playing in a certain space by myself right now. I'm ignoring that community and at
That's
the
fine.
moment.
Absolutely.
that's fine. I'm just making sure. I was making sure that you knew it.
So, in Q, this may help you too. I'm gonna say it'll take. How are they gonna destroy it? The Tressum and the sheepdogs, because maybe they need essence somehow. I don't know. We can figure that out later too. But since the shadow people are draining the essence from these trees, it's hurting the Tressum and the sheepdog. So they start working together to retrieve whatever this machinery is. But how they do it is they use the whispering planes to make different sounds travel through the grass. So the Tressum spot these shadow people, whisper something into the grass, the sheepdogs hear it, and then can like flank the shadow people so they steal the thing. And that's how the community destroys the whatever is
I love that.
essence.
Is the livestock that we've started out with more intelligent than the people populace that we've created?
That's what I was gonna ask. Is like, are they intelligent, Austin, or have the Ketrans seen this weird bug or virus or something invade the game, the world that they're making, and have they used the Tressum and the sheepdog as tools, unwitting tools, to work together to get rid of this threat?
Well,
How is this working mechanically?
I'm assuming that's the overall idea of the game. So, how do they do that? I don't know. Maybe they made the grass that whispers, so then eventually the sheepdogs and the Tressum can communicate. But that was just my flavor of how it got destroyed. Whether they're intelligent or not, I mean, they could be. We can figure that out.
We don't know yet. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely intelligent enough to be able to communicate somewhat. Maybe it's like a symbiotic thing. Maybe the Tressum need the sheepdog for something, and the sheepdog need the Tressum for something. So them surviving, is good for each other. And then they just use this whispering wind somehow to...
That's what I'm trying to nail down, is like, are they sentient, intelligent enough to know that, or were they moved by the Holy Spirit to do that? Because like, animals aren't going to necessarily know if they are predator and prey.
Okay.
But that's still a level of intelligence that doesn't exist.
It can be intelligent. Maybe it started as some kind of instinct and it will move to intelligence. I don't know.
Okay.
That's up for you guys to decide as we go on. Or me
Love
too.
That.
Either way.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah. I like that.
All that we know is what we could observe.
Right, it happened, and then we have to build in why later.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start a project.
And Q, I'm gonna give you this while Austin's doing
Awesome.
that.
Sick.
2 of hearts.
So maybe when this happens, the shadow people retreat for a little while. And it's really hard for them to get to Tressum because they can't fly. So they're going to start a project to invent some kind of ranged weapon that they can kill these Tressum with.
The shadow people are?
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right.
I don't know if that's the spirit of this game.
It is now.
So I guess I'll draw a little gun.
Yeah, no one says that you can't play as like a Kryak character to the rest of us being veterans.
That's you caught my theme.
Of course I did.
It sees me.
I'm trying to really do a little bit of both.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. How many weeks is that gonna take? Just draw a gun.
Hey, Austin, we want to put a bullet coming out of that gun?
I did make a gross moon that makes everyone feel bad.
You did. You did do that. The bad moon. Which I just, every time I say it, I think it's a Doctor Who thing.
I don't want to do too much. But what if on the other side of the mountain there's like green crystals or something that seem like they store this bad energy, and somehow
it could come up.
Yeah.
I would say for this turn it's too much, but keep that on the back burner.
You can also do a discussion, or like there are other things you can do than just discover something new.
Well, no, I'm doing a project. So
I see.
The project will be them trying to figure out a way to do something ranged, whether it be a gun or whatever. So because they have nothing to go on, I'm gonna go with a 3-week project at least. Do you guys think it should be more, maybe?
Well, what we can do, if you want, is we can do a 3-week project to discover what they're going to use for this weapon, whether it's like compression, sticks, bows, like whatever method they want to use, and then do like
building of the weapon.
The building of the weapon. Yeah.
All right, that works. I'm done.
Okay. And then we are going to count down the other projects, which means Q, how does your music project resolve?
In a variety of different ways. There were a group of people that came together and harvested some of the different blades of grass, the blades of grass here, and they one made a piano like thing where he took a blade of grass of a certain length and strung it between two things and was able to like pluck it like a harp. Another one, took smaller blades of grass, and the little like wooden box that you can pluck the kind of like, yeah.
I know like from Flipper they use it to hypnotize the dolphin.
Oh, right on. Didn't know that. But yeah, so it's like the little blades of grass hit different notes, and then there are also like reed instruments and things like that get created, and there's a whole like jam band now.
Love it. All right. And then Austin, I didn't miss anything with you, right? No, you did your project. So I think Q, what's your card? Pick a card. The exact one I told
you. Yeah. Like I'm a plant in an audience.
Yeah, exactly. But I admit it to everybody.
Yeah. You're just
very aggressive magician who says this was your card.
Yeah.
I told you it was your card.
Don't you remember we talked about this before the show? What the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
I'll be right back. I can't hear you.
Okay.
You just out last night.
No worries. There's a large body of water on the map. Where is it? What does it look like? That's a 2 of hearts. Or there's a giant man-made structure on the map. Where is it and why is it abandoned? I'm going to say that there's a large body of water on the map. And at the opposite end of the fissure, there is this body of water.
Is it water or is it, what kind of liquid is it?
Oh, it's H2O. It's water.
Okay.
It is life-giving water. And it's at the opposite end of the fissure from the mountains. So you could draw a direct path from up, jagged fissure, and then into mountains.
This planet is a wedge.
Yeah, basically. Or it has a wedge cut out of it.
Ooh, from where? Oh, that's very cool.
So if you're thinking of like a sphere, something came in and just hit it like that, like across the top.
And now there's just this direct wedge up. I love that.
Oh, that's the eraser tool. I need.
Oh my. Oh. Yeah, I left it on that.
There we
Erase
go.
part of the planet.
Oh no.
Good. And do that. Do that. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so that is the body of water, and you can tell that it comes to a sound or a point at the very end of the fissure, and that ends in a waterfall down into the fissure.
Oh shit, that's
so the
cool.
ocean is draining into the fissure and presumably being recycled out somewhere, because it's not like it's draining the ocean. So yeah, there waterfall there, and my discovery for this turn.
I'm just flashing my card for the audience.
Oh,
Continue.
awesome.
Continue, please.
Yeah. The discovery for this turn is I'm torn, and I wanna propose 2 things for you guys. Either fish bears or a floating nomadic city that's just just a bunch of ships all strung together, and it's just like a floating nomadic city that looks very like cobbled together and piecemeal.
I want to give that choice to Austin, because if we play with this, he will have to do whatever.
So bear sharks
or
floating city.
Q, I think we're still good here. So like, if you want to, you can make the choice. It's, if you want the city, you can have it. If you want it to be the bear sharks, you can.
I think that there is the floating city full of
bear sharks,
just full of people. It's people of the floating city. Just it's full of people of all different like hues and shapes and sizes, and presumably they're all coming from. It's like if looking at fish in an aquarium, everybody looks different. Everybody it seems to be working together toward the same goal, and it seems to be a very homogenous society. And all of the different floating vessels that have been strung together, it looks like this is like either different pioneer cities that have been lashed together in order to create one city, or crash landings, or it looks like all of these different people from far away in the stars
Can I
have
throw
come
an idea
together.
out there that maybe might be cool for this?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, you can totally reject this. What if they're all different shapes and sizes and colors and hues because each one of us as the player Ketrans proposed a body type that we thought would be most successful. So we each came up with it and just threw them all together.
Yeah, love that. Love that. Like the overview of this world, if this world is in a bubble, then absolutely. Then for sure. Like we all like come up with a different being, and we see like, oh, okay, so some features that I proposed mixed with like some other features of the creature that you proposed, and we got something better out of the end of it, and things like that. So yeah, awesome.
And then we put them in a city in the middle of the water to see which one was best and which one we wanted to introduce into the environment later.
Yeah, no, we kept them a separate society.
Yeah.
Until they were perfected.
Sweet.
And the only way to
the Arn.
The thing that we discover is the only way to achieve perfection is through diversity. Because even we, the Kestran, can be wrong.
We might be, or we might be exactly right, depending on how.
All that matters is the discovery.
All right, sweet. Do you want to draw the city on there?
Sure.
We just found out Q's favorite Animorphs book.
We did. I mean,
did we?
We did.
I've never read Animorphs, so that's new to me.
That's okay. We know which one's your favorite.
It will be your favorite one day.
Okay.
No, I mean he said the only one that matters is the discovery.
Oh, nice.
You
I don't know
dumb
what that means.
piece of shit.
The David book?
I'm sorry, Cory. That was for the bit.
In the house.
Oh man.
Okay, so the card that I pulled was the Six of Hearts, and my options are there children in the community? If there are, what is their role in the community? Or how old are the eldest members of the community, and what unique needs do they have? And I would like to go with the eldest members of the community. What are the unique needs that they have? And I think that there is something biologically within them that as they grow up, they eventually have to start harvesting the poisonous plant pods and consuming them. And whether that's like they start consuming them and because they don't die immediately because the toxicity is worse for the sheepdogs and then they become addicted to them, or maybe it's just like a biological need to have something that those poisonous plants provide. We're not sure. But something happens where their unique needs is as they get older, they need the fruiting plants, which means since we established in like the first part, it only goes in the spring, they have to store these or they will die.
Question.
Yeah.
Did we reduce the dice for?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
So yes, if you are done drawing, you can or I can. Up to you.
I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay, sweet. Nobody resolved this week, so I just went ahead and started being a jerk. So, how am I going to represent that? I'm going to draw a little pile of shit in the little crystal warehouse.
Awesome.
And then I think I would like to discover something new this time around. And I think that the crystal, some of the trees, not the initial ones that like have the seeds that actually create them, but some of the smaller forest trees that come up, we have discovered that there is a blight on some of those and they are beginning to die. So what I'll do,
a crystal blight.
A crystal blight. So I am going to, and we don't know if it's contagious or not. Maybe it's not a problem. Maybe it's only those trees. This is going to be my little poisonous plant doodad. I'm going to make it boost up that 20. Let's go to 37. Why? There's no way to know. I want it to be this color. And I'm just going to draw, bunch of seed pods in our warehouse.
So
Piled up.
are these the same ones that the sheep lions ate and died?
Yes, these will kill the sheepdogs, but our elder members of the community need them, not the children. It could kill the children. I don't know.
Hopefully.
That's not for me to decide.
Shrug. Like,
and then the blight is gonna be. I'm just putting it on the 2 outside trees because we said it's not the main one. So there is the blight. And since we do have a resolution. Hey, Cory, your sheepdog domestication, how's that going?
So what they have found is that the sheepdog domestication, what they have found is that they become much like they're still playful and they still run around, but they become much calmer when they are not in quite such an open space. We find that's a lot of their rambunctiousness and a lot of the running around and the like wild abandon that is causing them to be so all over the place is prey anxiety. So what they discover is that not like a pen, but they make a small forest enclosure where like there's still some light that can come through the trees, but it's like they're tiered and obscured enough that it doesn't allow for the oh man, what are they how do I, what is the word Q for the predators? The cat bird.
The Tresson.
The Tresson. The Tresson don't have enough room to like swoop into this forest and get through the trees and stuff. So kind of just naturally when they make a small forest enclosure, and they lead the sheepdogs into it, they kind of just accept it as a new enclosure, and like they don't really go outside of it unless they're like taking for walks or if they want to go outside of it like with a person or something. But like they get in there and they become much calmer, much more docile because they feel safe and they don't feel the like they don't have to put up fences or walls or anything because they like being in there. They do, however, find that the job of like what a shepherd would be essentially is harvesters, and what they have to do is like they come and they make sure that because these sheepdogs also like companionship, they are happier when it is there, so they provide companionship, and they also go and make sure that they are constantly harvesting and collecting fruit as it's becoming ripe on the trees, because they don't want any of them to fall down because they can still be poisonous to the dogs. So that's what the like working those is like. It's not, you know, herding together and stuff. It is more companionship and making sure that this environment that has made them feel safe is not also killing them, because it has the potential to do that. So there's a balance there.
Gotcha. So it's kind of a melding of the sheep and dog mind. That's really cool.
That is very cool.
So I'm just going to
and while you're doing that, we have transitioned to summer, and Cory, you are up, so you can just keep rolling with it with the 8 of diamonds.
Okay.
We're in the summertime now.
So first thing I'm gonna do here is not gonna make a big thing with this one. We're gonna, so just as a let's see.
This world is so wildly colorful.
Yep. Yeah. So just to represent here in the South, I'm gonna make it's just a little representative. And even though I said it's not fenced in, because it's not, just to like the idea of corralling some herd animals, it's a little crystalline tree colored fence.
Love it.
Um. Okay. So 8 of
Diamonds.
You said diamonds. All
We're
right,
in
let's go.
summertime now.
So 8 of diamonds is someone tries to take control of the community by force. Do they succeed? Why do they do this? Or a headstrong community member decides to put one of their ideas in motion, start a foolish project. Okay. So the people of this community who I am going to say the hold on, let me think here. The Ketrans have let's see, hold on. Word.
It's bad moon. It looks so bad.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to. There's a word I'm trying to think of that I can't.
Like an
there we go.
Animorphs word?
No. Okay, so these people we have we the Ketrans have we have called these people the Epitomens, because what we are trying to do is breed a people that, you know, the alpha have the people underneath them, and they have made this this society where they are trying to have like the height of a society come together. So the Epitomens is what we called them, because we want them to be the epitome of society.
Mm-hmm.
The people who are the workers who have been deemed less biologically pure, less viable as a perfect species, have been pushed around long enough, and they have realized that they outnumber those who claim that they are at the highest level of biological purity, is what they call it. So they band together and they stage a coup. And it is not a violent coup, but it is a threatening one, where essentially what they say is like, there isn't like a formal military or weapon system in the society. That's not something that they've ever had to do. So essentially they come and they say, you say that you're better than us because you think that you're smarter and have done these things, and those skills are valuable and they will continue to be put to use, but you do not get the higher share of the resources anymore. You do not get to make all of these calls. We are making a council which you can be a part of, but you will step down or we will make you.
So you've simultaneously within this turn created racism, a caste system, and then destroyed both of those things. Dig that.
So there's going to be some, I'm sure, resentment towards that, but they have unbalanced the power system.
Yeah.
Or rebalanced it, essentially.
Yeah, they demonstrated that, hey, without us, you have nothing. So good luck finding your own resources so that you can have more than us. You know.
Yeah.
So
basically, they have made a so like the sheepdog shepherds have a representative that they have made, the builders, the food stores, the deep thinkers. Essentially, like it's just it is now ruled by a council of people. There is no one at the top, and anyone who basically it is currently held together by the idea of the working class saying we outnumber you, and they kind of rolled up their sleeves.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay. And I'm adding the epitomens to the names because that is officially our names. Cool. Well, Cory, you also have to do your project now, right? You're taking action. Just
I gotta take
start
an
a project or hold a discussion. You can do any of those. You can also hold a discussion as your new epitomens. You can discover something.
Do we want to hold a discussion to see who is, or like what that leadership structure is going to look like?
That could be cool. Austin, let me give you your card first, which is the 9 of diamonds.
I mean, I don't know.
It's up to Cory.
Let me think.
Yeah, whatever
100%.
he wants to do.
I hold on.
Okay, while Cory's up, Austin, you and I now have something to resolve on this turn, which is I'm gonna let you go first. How does the weaponry resolve?
So they were trying to discover a something that they could use to fight these things with range because the sheepdogs were doing too good coming close. So what they're gonna figure out in these 3 weeks is that the crystals absorb. They can absorb the light from like the sun or from the moon, and different crystals absorb different lights. So whatever these purple crystals here in the trees absorb, we don't know yet. But they find these green crystals that absorb the sluggish light from the moon, and they're going to start to. Well, I guess that's what they discover on this turn.
Okay.
At the end of this project.
I was hoping you would say this because I have to resolve my project now, and I was going to go one of 2 ways depending on what you said, but I had an inkling that might be what you were going to go for. So my discovery in researching for a cooling system for our crystal warehouse was that if they can, the green crystals dissipate the heat from the building. So the next thing that they could launch potentially is a project to replace the crystal roof of this with the bad crystals. What effect that has, we don't know. Whether they can do it, we don't know. All they've discovered is that the green crystals dissipate heat where the purple crystals will hold it in.
Interesting.
Love it.
Yes. Cory, continue, please. Okay. Sorry. It was a good stopping point.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Sorry.
You're good, bud.
We haven't made this one easy on you.
By the way,
you didn't make it easy on you.
I don't know if you saw, but Casey says hi, Daxter.
He says hi too enthusiastically.
Aww.
He's been screaming hi at you the entire episode.
Yeah.
Hi.
I got him.
Rude of Casey to just finally acknowledge him.
Right.
Wow, Casey.
Piece of shit.
You're gonna make her feel bad.
I shouldn't have said that. I don't know Casey that way. Casey, I adore you.
So a discovery has been made, and that discovery is that they knew that the weird green pulsating moon made them, makes them feel bad and has a dampening effect on emotions and physical well-being feeling when they're outside, and that it didn't happen inside. So people try to stay inside some crystalline homes and stuff when they're out and about. what has been discovered with the creation of the sheepdog enclosure, like the crystal enclosure, is that that is built in a way where the trees are more tiered and it didn't form into a building. It's a small park forest kind of thing. So like light peeks in and like it'll still come in. And what they realized, what some of the shepherds start realizing as they're working, is that when that light comes through, they don't feel those effects when they're in the forest, when they're in the park enclosure. So what they discover is there's something about the crystal and trees. There's some kind of aura that they give off, that it's not because they're inside and blocking the light. It is because they are by the crystal that combats the moon's power.
Love it.
That's awesome. All right.
Love that.
I'm taking notes on that. All right. Austin, I gave you a card.
9 of diamonds.
I did.
A project fails. Which one and why? We don't have any. Something goes foul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity. So, with all of this crystal movement, like us discovering different stuff about these crystals and how they affect people around them, light around them, and all that. So, during them trying to fix these roofs and figure out how to store things properly, they find a different crystal somewhere and use that to make the roofs, and it's blue. And when this
maybe close to the water's edge.
Yeah, close to the water's edge. They try to use these blue crystals as part of the roof. So the new scarcity is going to be when the fruits fall off of the trees, the old people need them for whatever reason. When the sunlight shines through these blue lights and hits these blue fruits, they turn to a different color. They lighten up and become more ripe. And not only the old people can eat them, sheep lions can eat them, the children can eat them, and they make you more aware. They make your eyesight better. Basically, whatever the blue crystal gets from the sunlight gets put into these plants so you can consume it.
Okay, so blue crystal filters the light, and then the berry becomes an enhancement berry.
Pretty much.
Does it take a long time of like absorbing the light into it? It's not something that you can just put it in and it goes
it will, yeah, however long it needs. It can't be like you just put it in the light and it becomes that. It needs to ripen a little bit. So
okay.
Do we want to put a time on it, Austin? Because especially with it being a scarcity, I think it would be awesome if it was like a month.
Yeah, that works for me, a month.
Yeah. So if you get like a tray of them and then put like a blue crystal roof over top, then you got enhancement berries.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Alex, would you mind editing the scarcity to be blue crystal berries?
I would not.
Okay. Just so we have cool.
Now I get an action, start a project, hold a discussion, or make a discovery. I'm going to start a project.
I'm going to, hang on, let me give you control of the screen first, and while you're doing that, Q, you have the 5 of diamonds to contemplate
Thank
your
you.
action. Okay, yes, Austin, continue. I'm sorry.
So with the discovery of these crystals, being able to hold whatever it be, whether it be enhancing your ability, making you feel sluggish from the moonlight, the shadow people are going to start a project to weaponize that. Whether that be, either they're going to weaponize whatever essence is in these crystals. So, Cory's green, but a little lighter. Do I have the brush?
You do.
Yeah.
The joys of photoshopping on someone else's computer. Make it bigger.
And I think this should take I'm gonna say a month, because if it takes a month for the berries to get that, just to get the essence in them, maybe it needs a month for them to figure out how to work with the different things. So.
They set up a bunch of different experiments and had to wait for them all to resolve. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like the shadow people are going to become the dominant race on this planet.
Gotta kill
I
him.
keep
I just figured out what I'm doing for mine.
I'm
my
not sure I
card.
loved the evil laugh. Now I'm suspicious.
When you are done with that, Austin, would you kindly check the Verdant
Discord?
Chambre?
Yep, I'm done.
Cool. All right.
Good job. Could tempt the shadow.
So, Austin, is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay.
You played the shadow people face down in defense mode.
Okay, so I had the 5 of diamonds. A project finishes early. What led to its early completion? Or I can choose the weather is nice and people feel the potential all around them and start a new project. But I'm not going to do that. The project of the shadow people finishes early. And that's because they come to the water's edge and are aided by, like, they come together with the people on the floating island, the floating city. The shadow people are not an evil people. They are just nomadic, and they live in fear of this traveling mist. The reason that it finishes early is because they are aided, essentially, and it's these people that have lived solitarily, meeting other people who have lived solitarily, and all are welcome on the floating island. So they kind of come together in order to weaponize a way to either fight amongst each other or to possibly target and combat the mist itself, is the discovery that they make.
I do want to point out they have literally weaponized to attack our ecosystem. That is the thing that is literally happening.
They're just trying to grow their own population. They're trying to live and survive and grow. So they are their own nation, but they did get assistance from the floating island, and that's why it finished early.
Okay.
They could have lied, and they could have said we are a non-violent people, and they could have just abused that power. But they got assistance from the floating city, and their project is complete.
So
Austin,
they
that
have
was
to
a
erase your
fantastic.
beautiful drawing.
Yeah, that was a fantastic little drawing in the corner there. It's very good, but
They go.
yeah, and so let me see here. That led to its early completion. But Austin, since your project just resolved, what is the result of that?
They can now harvest these crystals. Whatever one, they just need shards of them, and they have a machine that they can load the crystals into, and whatever the effect is that crystal gives you, they can shoot it at you and make it happen.
So they can hit you with an enhancement berry, or they can hit you with
a sluggish moon
yeah
crystal. Yeah,
I mean they slug thrower,
shard thrower, crystal
a shard thrower,
crystal
holy
cracker.
Shit, that's so sick. That's a good name.
So they have needlers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like a Halo needler. Hell yeah.
One at a time needlers.
Except they could load it with the enhancement berries and
So I think it's important to note that these weapons will always do damage. You always get hit with some kind of
shard.
Shard.
Yeah.
But then other stuff.
You could
happens.
Hulk out, or you could start to sallow and
Dude.
Okay. So that was my card and the finishing of Austin's project.
Yeah.
I would like to make a discovery. The moon turns around, and it like we discover that it is a living creature. It is a giant, like, floating beholder eye.
Oh, no.
It is absorbing the light from the sun and then casting it back out as anti-sun. Yes, Miles.
Oh boy, we got real bad moon.
So yeah, we it's a giant, like, beholder essentially.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
It's wild, right?
Yep.
Sucks. Big time
Oh,
sucks.
it's not a tamed beholder. That's unfortunate.
It's
a wild beholder.
Oh, Cory. Oh, Cory. All right.
I
Hugh,
crave death.
was there anything else you wanted to do?
No, that was my action. That was my card, my action, and we completed 10 of diamonds. Right on. Hi, buddy.
That's me. I'm
Hi.
10 of diamonds. Okay, let's see. What's up? You discover a cache of supplies or resources at a new abundance, or a scarcity has gone unaddressed for too long. Start a project that will alleviate that scarcity. Okay. Yes, I know exactly what to do in this scenario. I'm going to alleviate a scarcity. And that scarcity is the sheepdogs. We've domesticated them at this point. They deserve to be in abundance. We need many, many sheepdogs. And while I'm switching that around, Cory, I'm going to give you your card, which is the 6 of... So
have they expanded the forest?
they are going to have to. They have not yet, but they will need to. So
that was 6, right?
Yes. Yep. Yes. Am I done? No, that's a 6. Okay. Sheepdogs.
Ow, Miles.
Get 'em, Miles.
Jesus Christ.
It's going to be confusing because sheepdogs is the layer that we rasterized. It's fine. We did it. Okay. So, then discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. I would like to start the project to try and grow crystals together of different varieties, start splicing them. And I don't think that's limited to just 1 or 2. I think that the
crystals.
yeah, they're going to try to hybridize the crystals. And I would think something that complex, and with them being, I assume, slower growing, that would take the full 6 weeks. Does that sound right?
I think so. I think that absolutely tracks.
Okay. So I'm just going to make like a real shitty little drawing here of like, and then.
Also, I like how we've decided that the leaves of the trees are also crystalline.
Oh, yeah. They always were.
Yeah.
This is just one little sprout. Just a crystal sprout.
Oh, that's cute.
Crystal Sprout is my stripper name.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Do you do like a joint show with Q? It's like crystal sprout, crystal trees. You guys made the same joke. I'm sorry. This is on you. All right. And I think that ends my turn and turns it over to Cory.
All right, so I got a 6 of diamonds. Outsiders arrive in the area. Why are they a threat? How are they vulnerable? Or outsiders arrive in the area. How many? How are they greeted? So the after they have created these things that they have, and they have been leading their nomadic lifestyle of following in the wake of this this destruction, the shadow people show up armed at the edge of town of the Epitomens and kind of stand there a little bit menacingly. But what they realize is that as they get closer to town, they get closer to town, and these shadow people start to take form a little bit more, and enough that they're able to communicate. So what before I get to that, why are they a threat? They have weaponized. They have these weapons. The Epitomens don't really have much in the way of weaponry. They've been focusing more on building up their society. And how are they vulnerable? They are, when they get closer to the city, they start to take shape and stop being so shadowy. And what is realized is that they are these shadow people are kind of emaciated. They look like they are not very powerful. They are kind of like, they look like they are just gaunt. Skin and bone. They're gaunt. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They are fragile. And so what I'm going to say for the discovery I'm making at the end of my turn is that once they have a corporeal form that's less shadowy and this more gaunt creature, they can communicate. So through this communication, what the society finds out is that they were chased off of their home world and found a new world being created that they tried to take refuge from, and their pursuer was the Beholder, who is the one who shot that mist out onto this planet and is trying to destroy them. And what they have realized is that what it did to make them these shadowy figures, these shadowy beings where their essence is starting to like dissolve, is counteracted by the crystals on this planet and coming to the town, and them starting to get closer to where all of these crystals have been grown up together in such like large numbers, is letting them regain their form a little bit. So that's the discovery we make, is that these shadowy creatures, which Austin, you're the one who made them, and I've thrown this in there after some of what Q said as well. Do you want to name them?
If you have a name, I
don't. I can think, but no, I don't really have a name.
We could just call them the Gaunt for now until we find out what
that's not bad. I like that too.
All right. Done. All right. Austin. Ace of Diamonds. And Cory, that was all your card turn. Yeah, you still need to do your discussion, project, or discovery.
The discovery was about. Sorry, hold on. I need to draw them.
You were sorry. I was writing as you were rolling. So
yeah.
So sorry that I've taken over the.
Oh.
I need to. Oh, is that you doing that, Q? Okay.
Yeah.
I need to request remote control to just make the gaunt.
Okay. I'm going to. There you go,
sorry,
Cory.
I was drawing the beholder eye into the moon.
Beholder type creature. I'm not going to say. Yeah. I don't think this is like a full true beholder.
It's just a floating, like, massive eye. And
Something
it seems to be
never
a physical
seen before.
It seems to be a physical form creature.
Because they are gone, I'm literally just making them stick figures.
It's like if the Death Star was organic.
Gross.
Ugh.
2 is enough, but it's their society who shows up. And I'm not gonna get fully into what they're doing there, but like they have weapons and they, you know, are maybe threatening, but like they aren't attacking or anything. They're just here.
All right. So I think with that, it is Austin's turn, and I'm just going to erase one of my crystal countdowns.
Cool.
Ace of Diamonds. A contingent within the community demand to be heard. Who are they? What are they asking for? A contingent within the community have acted on, or a contingent within their community have acted on frustrations. What have they damaged, and why did they damage it? Is it permanent? I'm going to say the Tressum. To this may answer one of your questions from earlier, Cory. Are sentient enough to be able to communicate now with the Epitomens.
Okay.
So maybe there's another fruit. I don't know. So what were the sheepdogs eating before? We don't know. What were the Tressum eating before? We don't know. Maybe there's another berry that grows just on the top of the crystal trees that the Tressum have to get off and knock off so the sheepdogs can open and eat the seed that's inside, but the Tressum eat the filling. So the Tressum are pissed off now because all the sheepdog are domesticated and they're being fed, so the things aren't getting knocked off. Is that stupid?
No.
They might still be knocking the fruit off the top of the tree,
But they can't open
but
Yeah.
they're unable to open.
Yeah, we disrupted an entire ecosystem to domesticate these sheepdogs. It makes sense.
And
Yeah.
that's why they wanted to keep the sheepdog alive when the shadow people were around before.
Okay.
And because they're sentient, they could have used the blades of the whistling plains.
Oh shit! Like the Tressum were just like they were the original herders of the sheepdogs, and we totally just stole all of their livestock.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude!
Good
That's
job,
awesome.
guys.
So what is the demand that they're making?
So this is what I'm trying to figure out, because I could do a contingent within the community demand to be heard, and they may be saying,
Also,
hey, help
domesticate the Tressum.
yeah, help us too. You took our friends, and they're semi-intelligent, so they could help them back. Or they could damage.
So it's kind of like the giant eagles from Lord of the Rings. Like,
what if they're a little bit stupid? So, okay, it can still resolve the same way. So they are sentient enough to be able to communicate with the sheepdogs and with the Epitomens, but they are still rash animals. So they damaged the gate that the sheepdogs were in, but yes, it can easily be repaired. It's not permanent at all.
They're in a forest.
they're in a special forest enclosure, but it's not it doesn't have gates or posts.
Can
or
the
anything like that.
Tressum
It's
get in
just
there?
Technically, they would have to walk.
They would have to walk in. They can't fly in there. That's literally why it was built the way it was, so that they can't swoop in.
It's a very dense forest.
Yeah,
and
so-
they're too big.
Well, what if they... All right, well, so I'll just go with the other one.
Okay, hang on. The Tressum start to they're breeding. They start to become smaller, so that they can fit in, so they can fly
That's
through.
a long con.
Yeah. All right.
They hungry now.
Yeah,
I'll just say, yeah, they're gonna
start to domesticate themselves.
I mean,
Make themselves smaller.
That's how cats did it.
Them being demanding to be heard could be, we need a solution for opening these fruits up and being able to eat them.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. That
Yeah.
I was going to try to make them destroy something on the way, but no, I won't.
All right.
They're basically pissed off at the Epitomens for taking them, but it can be a mutual, like, there can be some kind of fix to it that everybody likes.
They see the benefit of our thumbs. And
Thank you. I'm gonna swoop in your card real quick. 4 of
Cool.
diamonds.
Epitomens have 2 thumbs. It's wild.
They have 8 thumbs. Just thumbs.
one on
all the
each
way down.
hand.
Oops, all thumbs.
Oops. 8 hands, 8 thumbs. Sorry, Austin.
I'm going to hold a discussion.
Okay.
The Gaunts.
Are they to be trusted?
Well, they're gonna propose the question.
Oh. Ooh.
Okay.
Uh,
And I think rules-wise, that means that, Austin, you can ask the question, but you can't answer it. It's only the rest of us that can answer it.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly. If that
If he
seems wrong,
If he
push back.
starts with a statement,
then
he can
end it. But if he starts
Yeah.
with a question, yeah.
can only begin it.
all right, then I'll start with the statement. We should destroy the thing that followed us here.
Q.
Meow. I speak for the Tressum.
They can talk.
Okay. Okay. So, the thing that followed you here is of no consequence. It makes, it makes things uncomfortable, but it has not been harmful. So, abstain.
I'll go
It is of no
next.
grand consequence, I should say.
I'll go next, then it'll be Cory's turn. I'm going to speak for some faction of the Epitomens here, and I'm going to say, hasn't happened in a while, so who really cares anymore?
What hasn't happened in a while? What are you
The
talking?
thing that followed them hasn't happened in a while. Happened once. They're just not acknowledging the existence of the bad moon at all.
Oh, I see. You have. Hold on. Let me think here, because Alex.
'Cause it has to be
And
1 to 2 sentences.
Alex and I almost fought on this last time. I gotta be careful.
Contempt.
Ready to go.
We sympathize with your plight and understand that you came here to escape this being, but you have also interrupted our ecosystem. There needs to be some kind of fair exchange for our help. And that's that.
Who are you speaking for? The floating island or
No, the Epitomens.
Epitomens? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Say, give me it again, Cory.
So they said that we sympathize with your plight. Like, we understand your that you were chased here and were trying to escape, but you have interrupted our ecosystem by coming here and by doing this. And if you want our help, there needs to be a fair exchange for it. Like, basically them saying, we're not just going to help you cuz.
The Shadowmen will say, it's imperative we work together, and then basically looks from the Cory epitome group to the rest of the people and says, your arrogance will be your downfall, and I'm going to take contempt.
Oh,
Ooh.
damn. Okay, so the Tressum and the other half of the Epitomen. I don't know how to say it. I haven't said it yet. But...
Epitomen, Epitomen, we've gone back
Epitomen.
and forth.
Okay. So
Alemist. Eh.
And I would like to believe, we haven't heard it stated, but because of the previous turn, I would like to believe that the uh people from the sea would be be willing to help.
Well, we haven't heard from him.
Yeah, we haven't heard from them, but they did help with like the weapon task. So who knows?
Maybe they're fighty boys. They only like weapons. They don't care about politics. We don't know.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Right. Awesome.
Q, did you? I gave you a card, right? Or
Did you?
did I? Did I not? Here we go. Here's one.
Oh yeah. No, you gave me the 4 of diamonds.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. It's mine.
4 of diamonds. The eldest among you dies. What caused the death? Or the eldest among you is very sick. Caring for them and searching for a cure requires the help of an entire community. Do not reduce project dice this week. I think the eldest dies. And the cause of the death was the mist.
It's back.
Yeah. It has circled back around.
Now, I think this is important based off the discussion we just had.
Yes.
Where did the eldest member belong? To which community?
The eldest member was part of the Epitomens. I think that the eldest member was on their way to the last known location of the Gaunt to give their support and got caught by the mist.
Oh no. Oh, that sucks.
So that's going to be either taken one way, it could be an inspiring tale to get people on the side of the Gaunt to assist, or a tale of warning.
Or
Nice.
it seems like the Gaunt killed the eldest.
Could be.
All right. Well, what would you like to do? Would you like to discover something, hold a discussion, or start a program?
I would like to hold a discussion.
All right. Statement or question?
Question. What, if anything, can be done to rid us of this mist?
Okay, I will be next.
And it's just a general question from, I'd say, like the faction of the Epitomens, or the Epitomens who just lost their eldest member. It is a question that they're posing to the rest of the groups.
Okay. I would like to speak for a faction of the Epitomens that was scared by this entire scenario, and I think they want to say we should leave this place and seek a new place to live. And then Cory, I'll hand it to you.
Nowhere is safe as long as that thing remains in the sky. We need to kill it, and that's the shadow people. They're trying to reconvince. They're like, hey, we ran from that place to here. We're gonna die. There's nowhere safe.
Wait, so is that to like, this is out of character or whatever?
Can't do
is
it.
that to
That's against the rules.
That is against the rules.
That is
okay,
against
that
the
is against the rules. My bad.
I think
Just
we can
asking
talk
for
about it
clarification. I can't.
again. I'll go with the nomadic water people and say you can't stop the mist. The only solution is to run away from it. That's why we've been traveling.
Got you.
Okay. Q, anything else?
I don't believe I have anything.
Okay. Cool. Then I'm counting down the project dice, and I have the 3 of diamonds. So I will go ahead and see what the heck that means. That means summer is a time for production and tending to the earth. Start a project related to food production. Or summer is a time for conquest and the gathering of might. Start a project related to military readiness and conquest.
Oh shit. So Alex has a choice here.
I think that okay. So everybody else has been gearing up for war. So I feel like logically the Epitomens would gather for war, but I have been weirdly pushing this narrative that I didn't quite realize till now of there is a faction of them that just won't acknowledge any of the issues around them and are scared. So I think that some that just refuse to believe that there's all this shit going on around them in a bad moon and people coming in are going to start trying to work to harvest. Cory, you'll have to help me with the language here. The giant trees, the ones that could produce. It's the fruit, right? That can only be produced by the largest trees, or is it seeds?
So the fruit is created by all of the trees.
Mm-hmm.
The fruit on the smaller trees is fit for consumption. Mm-hmm. The fruit on the biggest tree is the only one that can plant new trees.
So they want to try to figure out a way to produce more tree productions because maybe they're concerned about the blight or something, but they think they can stay here and they think that they could build another big tree. So I think they're going to start to work on that, and I will steal that color, thank you, and draw a tiny tree. Then I'll go ahead. Cory, ooh, wait, we're about to transition, so do we want to take a break at this point? Cory, I'll still let you know what your card is.
If we did we not have king in summer?
No. There are cards removed because otherwise we would be here for 86 hours. So we're playing the condensed version.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. So Austin?
Yeah, so we'll keep it kind of a shorter stream today and cut here and try to pick it back up. That way maybe we can give Nate a little bit of time to play. But do you have to do something else with that 7, or we cut at the 7?
We can cut at the 7, and that will be where we pick up next time with Cory's card. The only thing I have left to do is to add this project, which I can't for some reason.
So then we transition into autumn. Oh.
Yeah, then we transition into autumn. So I'm
looking forward to it.
Add my big tree. This is just all crystal projects here. What's happening?
I do like the way this world has gone.
Saturdays.
Yeah. It's like everything is like a very cohesive thing. There are opposing forces to it, but they are opposing forces that fit together, if you know what I mean.
So I will just finish my turn then, is what I'm going to do. And I think this will take 3 weeks, just mostly in travel time. I would like to make a discovery as the final thing we are doing here today.
Beautiful.
And that discovery is when you speak into the Whistling Plains to transfer what's going across them, we've found out that you can speak any language into them, and the message that comes out can be interpreted by whoever hears it.
So you just made the instrument into into the internet?
Yeah.
That's fucking sick, dude. You can
just the chat rooms of the internet.
The Google
Translate of the
the Google Translate fields.
So you and then just like you just speak a message and then it just
and whoever hears it can understand it, no matter what.
That's
language
fucking
they
sick,
speak.
dude.
So how there's that little where the shadow stuff went through the Whispering Plains. Does the message stop there and you have to go to the other side and whisper in those?
You would have to, because it has to go through the whole place. So you would have to either go into the shadow area or reconnect them.
Yes.
But we can, or stand on the other side and do top to bottom.
You
whatever.
Who dis?
Yo, that's Yo, okay, I'm thinking like if I can figure out a way like to work this in to create phone lines out of the because they created like instruments out of the blades. You can create like a just lining up like the different blades of grass, and then
fiber optic cables that are heavy on the fiber.
Oh man.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, thanks for joining us. We had a good time. This is shaping up to be a really cool world. We're gonna see what the last two seasons bring us next time we get on here. Maybe it'll be next stream. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
We'll see.
But we will be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Same Drake on Beam time, same Drake on Beam place. Till then, fuck that big beholder in the sky. Fuck SeaWorld! Yeah!
Fuck SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bye, guys.